Good day, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Giovanni Malasarte Pangasian, and I am here to present to you our study in behalf of our Chief Education Supervisor of SGOD, Dr. Maria Carmela Tumpong Ablin, Dr. Lady Ann Lau Cabahug, and Dr. Ivy Tubong Banwa Jumawan. And our study is entitled Challenges in the Implementation of Localized Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, a Case in Lanao del Norte Division. Education must continue and learning becomes the top priority in light of COVID-19 pandemic. Workable plans suited to the context must be undertaken to ensure the provision of access, quality, and liberating education under the new normal of basic education in school year 2020-2021. As a giant step in providing quality, relevant, and accessible education to all learners in the province of Lanao del Norte, amid the threats of the COVID-19 pandemic, several measures were developed to ensure that all systems function efficiently and effectively. These measures, which are reflected in the Division Learning Continuity Plan, are carefully identified through a comprehensive analysis of the present situation, available technology, and economic, environmental, and political landscape affecting the schools in the entire province. The study was conducted to know how the said Division Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, or the BE-LCP, is implemented in the fields, and what are the challenges experienced by the school heads, teachers, students, and parents. The main purpose of this research was to identify the challenges in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in the division of Lanao del Norte for the school year 2020-2021. Specifically, the study sought to answer the following questions. What delivery modes are implemented in the school? What are the challenges in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan as experienced by the following: learners, teachers, school administrators, and the parents? What measures should be taken to solve the problems in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in the school? Here's our scope and limitation. The research was conducted in the division of Lanao del Norte, Pigkarangan Tubod, Lanao del Norte for the calendar year 2021. The research focused only in identifying the challenges in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in the division of Lanao del Norte. The respondents of the research were 20 learners, 20 teachers, 20 school administrators, and 20 parents from the 20 public schools in the division of Lanao del Norte. The research utilized 20 learners, 20 teachers, 20 school administrators, and 20 parents from the 20 public schools in the division of Lanao del Norte. The schools, the learners, teachers, and parents were selected randomly, while school administrators were automatically included based on the selected schools. The research focused only in identifying the challenges in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in the division of Lanao del Norte for the calendar year 2021. The data were gathered through a researcher-made semi-structured interview guide. Prior to the conduct of the interview, the researcher-made semi-structured interview was validated first by division personnel and supervisors. Proper protocols in the data gathering were also observed. In conducting the research, ethical considerations were always observed. Permission, approval, and consent were secured. The respondents were also informed that their participation is voluntary, and they are free to decline any time without penalty. The researchers also ensured that the data gathered were used solely for the purpose of the research. Qualitative data analysis was utilized based on the responses of the respondents in the open-ended questions and interviews. These responses were transcribed and examined qualitatively to identify the challenges in the implementation of Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan in the division of Lanao del Norte for the calendar year 2021. Here are the learning delivery modes implemented in school. We have the self-learning modules or the SLMs, video lesson with SLMs, audio lesson with SLMs, radio-based instruction or the RBI, television-based instruction or the TBI. The data revealed that all 20 school respondents 100% implemented the self-learning modules or SLMs, while 7 or 35% of them implemented both the video lessons and television-based instruction aside from the SLMs. Furthermore, 3 or 15% of the school respondents implemented the audio lesson and radio-based instruction with SLMs. The data also revealed that all the respondents were fully informed of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan or the BE-LCP that their school adopted. Orientation activities through the different platforms were also conducted by the school to inform all their stakeholders of the adopted BE-LCP. Prior to the crafting of the school's BE-LCP, there was an administrative meeting, explanation about the program, brainstorming, and sharing of ideas among the core group. During the distribution of modules to the different far-flung barangays, orientation was also conducted to the parents. But before the orientation, the school secured the permit from the local IATF and the LGU. The data also revealed that some of the plans were not realized because of the restrictions of local interagency task force for the management of emerging infectious diseases, declaration of executive order from time to time if cases will rise. Students, though they wanted to engage themselves in the learning concepts presented in the module, majority wanted to engage in the online class. But gadgets and internet connection are the main problem. So here are our recommendations. Division of Lanao del Norte is committed in ensuring efficient educational continuity in this province. With the absence of face-to-face classroom instruction and the need for social distancing, school personnel face the challenge in the delivery of instruction. Based on the conclusion drawn, the following are recommended. The learners, parents, teachers, and school administrators may be considered in the crafting of the BE-LCP. School administrators may consider the available resources, capabilities of the parents and learners, and the readiness of the teachers in adopting learning modalities. School administrators may maximize the resources they have in school. Stakeholders may also be tapped to generate resources in the implementation of the BE-LCP. Home visitation and other monitoring mechanism may be maximized by the teachers to monitor the progress of their learners and to address the possible questions that they might ask in answering their weekly modules. The implementation of limited and safe, by following the IATF guidelines, face-to-face classes could solve the arising problems in the implementation of BE-LCP. Most importantly, to those learners who are not capable of independent learning and are limited in resources. Aside from the orientation conducted for the parents and stakeholders, the school may also check the educational background of the parents and their capabilities to help and guide their children in the learning process. Results may be used to make interventions and other solutions to address the problems and challenges faced by the parents. And here are our references. And that would be all. Once again, I am Giovanni Malasarte Pangasian. Basta Lanao, Kuyaw. I'm saying thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Greetings from the division of Lanao del Norte, the land of beauty and bounty.